Hi guys, I'm John Bro, at least from now until the end of this LP, and maybe Metroid Prime if I decide to finish that, I don't know, but welcome back to Let's Play My Zone, and we've just gotten to Planet Bomberman Hero. We're about to go to Hopper Land, which is not to be confused with a land infested with the grasshopper, the terrifying grasshopper from A Bug's Life. Not that. And also it's Louie's Jungle. Louie's Jungle is the name of the area, which I'm assuming must be a reference to Pikmin 2, since this game came out after Pikmin 2, clearly. Hello, Pibbit. Pibbit sounds like the name... not the name. The sound that a frog with peanut butter in its mouth would say. So Louie lives here. Pip pip. Hey, it's Louie, let's ride him. Oh no, there's no let's in this, it's just me. You're not gonna be on this guy. Oh, it's so cute. Oh, yeah, that's Louie. This is Louie. He is adorable, and that's all you really need to know. Bam. So yeah, Louie is Yoshi. Louie is Yoshi. He is a green, pointy-tailed creature that walks on two legs, that you ride around on and jump on turtles. And, also mushrooms. There are mushrooms in this level too, kind of. I don't know if you can really classify them as mushrooms. And also you can wall jump. Wall jumping is another thing you can do. This is clearly very Mario-inspired. This is just the Mario level. I'm assuming maybe these are supposed to be the mushrooms. Like, these kind of look like mushrooms, but they also just look like floating bits of shrimp. They look like shrimp to me. Would saying bits of shrimp be redundant? No. There can be bits of shrimp. It's just that bit means small, and shrimp means small. So, I got confused. I'm recording this right now because I should be doing an essay for a test. That's in my American government class. It's actually my final exam, and since I take online classes, I can take as long as I want to on an exam if I feel like it. Like, I could start one day and then finish 5 days later if I really felt like it, but I kind of have to do everything in order, so I would rather spend as little time as possible on it. But yeah, it's a little bit inconvenient because I have to be somewhere with my family in the morning, and I don't want to start a 7-paragraph paper right before I know that we're going to go somewhere, because it's 3:40 a.m. right now, and I'll probably have to be going somewhere at like 6 or 7, so I don't want to start an essay that I'm pretty sure I'm not going to finish, and then have an 8-hour trip in between, and then finish it later. I like to take breaks. I just don't like to take mandatory breaks when I might be on a roll. So I'd rather do it all at once. That's my mindset. And also I haven't had the greatest of days today. Which I could say why, but the main reason is that Phil Fish has cancelled Fez 2 and he's saying that he's quitting the game industry. Which is very sad, and why can't I wall jump over that? Oh yeah. I forgot how to wall jump. Wall jumping is not that hard, it's just kind of weird. Like, it goes on whatever your normal instinct of wall jumping would be. I just forgot what my instinct was. You just go up to the wall and then hold the opposite direction and then press A. Which is kind of what you would do anyways in any Mario game or something where there's wall jumping involved, but it's weird to me because you can hold back on the joystick. You can hold the opposite direction from the wall way before you press the A button to wall jump. It's something. It is a thing that can be argued. But yeah, that's the main reason for sadness today. Is someone who I have been inspired by is perhaps leaving the game industry because a lot of people say really mean things to him. And I mean, he says mean things too, but I don't know. He doesn't have the same intent with his words that others do. Others try to be hurtful, he just tries to be defensive. And it can be taken as offensive. From what I can tell. I feel like I can relate to him, but also, you can walk up this ramp wall thing. Why is this a thing that you can do? I don't know. This is like an 80-degree wall, and that, yeah, the end. And the world was saved. I know that there has to be 500 points around here somewhere. 500 points, where are you? I expect you to answer. Oh, there you are. Yeah, that's what I thought. If you were out and about and you lost your dog and you were trying to call for your dog, would you say something like, "Oh, Fifi, where are you?" Would you expect the dog to answer? Or, I guess you would expect the dog to come back, because the point is that you're trying to find the dog. You're not just trying to get the dog to come towards you, but if the dog was stuck somewhere, would you expect it to bark its name at you? I don't know what I'm thinking. I'm just rambling at this point. Like I always do, but this just feels like less meaningful rambling than usual. So I should come up with something meaningful today, to say. I'm playing this game to escape the harsh realities of the world. It is a form of escapism, like the days of old with movie theaters, when they made up the word escapism just for movie theaters, and now they apply to games. Was that meaningful enough? Probably not. I have been thinking lately about the psychology, I guess, behind realism or non-realism in games. And Bomberman Hero is a kind of okay example of what I mean by this. Like, there are a lot of games that try to have super realistic graphics to go along with a super realistic story, or if not a realistic story, then some kind of story that's... Well, we better not miss these behind the waterfall here. Every waterfall in video games has a secret. But like, The Last of Us, perhaps, or... What would be another example? Heavy Rain. Those aren't necessarily realistic games in that you would expect things in that game or the things in those games to happen in real life, but the realism of the artwork, the realism of the graphics, helps the kind of tone of the game, I guess. Whereas that would not work if the same exact game with the same exact story had Bomberman Hero graphics. Likewise, you wouldn't expect to be able to jump 5 feet in the air and just suddenly accumulate bombs from your hands and then fight flowers that are floating in the air and you don't even know where their stems are. Like, you wouldn't expect to do that in a game like The Last of Us or Heavy Rain, because those have realistic graphics in them. Like, relatively speaking. I don't think we've reached photorealism yet, but we're getting there, ever so slightly closer every day. I guess. I don't know. And also... What? I was trying to say also, and then something got in the way, and I said balso. Balso would. But yeah, I was gonna point out that the lizards, they throw their mohawks at you. That is their attack. Yes. They toss their hair in your general direction. Like, literally toss their hair. Not just like they flip it one direction. No, they throw their hair at you. It detaches from their being. And it's used as a Ninja Star laser blade. Razor blade. Laser blade. That would be pretty cool too. I could see a blade made of lasers. That would be... I don't know. I was gonna say it would be a great Mega Man enemy item idea, but that's probably... I could see that already existing. They need a Bomberman. I know they have a Bomb Man in Mega Man, but they don't have a Bomberman. We need more Bombermans everywhere. Okay. Fighting 2 giant flowers that cough up cotton balls. That is my life. Such is life. What did they eat to cough up cotton balls? Did they eat marshmallows? Possibly. I was trying to have marshmallows the other day, but we didn't have any. So I compromised with Nutella instead. I had Nutella on Ritz crackers, and it turns out that it's one of the best things ever. I'm glad that I occasionally experiment with food despite my definitely not being a cook or a chef of any kind. Maybe one day, but not yet. I have a feeling that I'm going to be missing some points. Oh, no! Usually I'm missing points on this stage, but not today. No, not today! What is that from? No, not today. Oh, that's from all of the other reindeer. Yeah. Wow, you must really be in the Christmas spirit. That's right, the no more Christmas spirit. Did you hear? Santa's not flying. He's through. I missed a line in there. I don't remember what it was. Oh well. But I still have it in the summertime. The delivery's so easy. My bag is light and the world is fresh, but by autumn it's getting queasy. Sort of memorized. Never mind. I don't have it as memorized as I thought that I did. Even though I've watched all of the other reindeer probably literally over 100 times, not even an exaggeration, because I watched it every day, in the winter and the summer, as a younger child. That was my life. It really was. My life every day. Multiple times a day, I might add. I was obsessed. So, why I don't have every single line in the movie memorized, I don't know. I've discovered that pretty much the best strategy for this stage, by the way, is to just zigzag back and forth and avoid all these giant ice cubes that are falling from the sky. Just go to the very end of the level and then come back after you're done with the level. And don't do that. That's not a good idea. Okay, here we are again. The reason it is the best idea in all of existence to go to the very end of the stage on the bottom and then just zigzag and avoid all the ice cubes falling down, and then go back through the level again and get all the points, is because you're gonna have a really hard time getting all the points if you keep stopping, because all those things will plop on top of you. Plop on pop. But if you go back through, then they won't plop on top of you. Plop on Pop would be an excellent Dr. Seuss book. You know, I mean, if Dr. Seuss was still alive, that would be his next classic. And what would it be about? I guess the plop would be someone pooping, and the pop would be a can of soda pop. And the guy who is pooping on the can of soda pop would make a plop sound, and then he would give the soda pop to an unsuspecting child, and they will think it's the nastiest drink that they've ever had in their life, and he'll say, "Fooled you," and that'll be the end of the story. And this is why I don't write kids' books. No. I think if I did write a kids' book, I would try to put some effort into it, though. I wouldn't just try to make things rhyme, because it is one way to make a kids' book, is just make sure everything rhymes, and, Or, you know, there's the super easy way out to make a kid's book, where you just make opposites. You just show opposites. This is a big thing, this is a small thing, this is a tall thing, this is a short thing. This elephant is fat. This string bean is skinny. I don't know. But if I were writing a kid's book, I would most definitely add words that no one should know, or at least no children should know, and then, as a result of reading the book, they'll be super curious as to what it means, and then ask their parents, and then they'll finally know what that word means, and they'll feel super smart for learning a word that they probably shouldn't know yet, like exponentially. A book about a bear going to the store and buying a sofa, and then randomly in the text, exponentially, and it would be great. He'd learn a new word that day, and he would use it everywhere. I don't know. If you were going to write a kid's book, what would it be about? It can be a joke, I don't care. One of the frustrating things about this level, also, is the water currents. I'm not currently very pleased with these water currents, just because sometimes in the midst of a water current, in the current of a current, then there is this currency, and you can't get it very easily because it keeps pushing you away. Like, it pushes you all over the place, even when it doesn't look like it's going to push you around. Because, wow, these water currents are such bullies. They push me around so much. Yeah, trying to get gems is tricky. And also, you know what? I think there are actually 6,500 points in this level. Which is weird, because the last time I tried it I got 5,000, and I can't imagine where the others would be. Because I thought I tried shooting the currents down, and I couldn't do it. And it seems like if I shot these currents down, and if I killed them somehow, then that would give me some points, but it doesn't look like you can. So I'm gonna have to figure that out in this recording, because otherwise it won't be a fun time. I don't see any giant skeleton fish that are around to swallow me whole, like would be appropriate to gain more points. There we go. So I need 100 more to get to where I was the last time I played, and that looks like the 100 more that I'm looking for. Oh no, wait, that's more. Cool, so I've now beaten my own personal record. Wonderful. Wondertastic. Yeah, I just didn't go far enough back. There's tons to this level that I just didn't realize was there. One thing that this level kind of reminds me of, too, is the bottle from Super Mario Sunshine. Mostly because of the air currents everywhere. Or water currents. I mean, I guess there are water currents and air currents because they push the water and there are bubbles, and the bubbles have air in them. Not that it really matters, we don't need the bubbles, because we are Bomberman, and Bomberman can breathe underwater because he is a robot sometimes. Just sometimes. And also, it never really makes sense in video games when you go up to something, or when you're underwater in a video game and there's just a bubble that appears and you're expected to gain air from that bubble. How does that work? Does your skin just kind of absorb the air in the bubble, like in Sonic? Because I don't think that my skin can do that. If your skin can do that, that's great. That probably means you can stay underwater longer than most people, like a fish. I think fish do that, but I'm not really sure. All I know is that I am not a hedgehog, and if hedgehogs can do that, then good for them. That's the noise that I picture Bomberman making as he pedals through this this waterscape. It's not really a landscape; it's a waterscape. There we go again. 200 more points. Where am I supposed to find these? This is becoming a long recording, all because of this level. Well, I'll press onward. Oh, wait a minute. I haven't looked up yet. Yeah, that looks promising. It's at least 100 points right there. Sweet. Right, ready? I am easily amused by stupid things. You kind of have to learn to be amused by stupid things whenever you're sitting in a classroom all day. Which I'm not anymore, but my room is my classroom. Although I have a computer, so it's a lot easier to be entertained now than it was. So, for those of you who are not taking online classes for 100% of your courses, I pity you currently, but I also don't pity you, because you're probably out of class right now, and I am not. So, it goes both ways. Where are you, other 100 points? I'll find them, don't worry. I never found them. Well, I just went around for quite a while looking for those last 100 points, and I forgot that we already have 900 more than we need. So all that was for nothing, and this is now a half-hour recording. So, as much as I would like to record more, I probably can't without... Oh yeah, I never got the other exit to Junfalls, did I? I'll do that next time, because if I record any more, then everything will go out of sync. So, thank you all very much for watching, and I will see you next time we play Bomberman Hero. Goodbye.